I mean,
he played out of his mind last night. Did you reckless abandon? He was trying to hurt people.
He's also getting old. So
it doesn't matter. The dude is over there pounding vodka when he's changing lines. He's Russian. He will die on the hockey rink.
I was going to say, I can see on the other hand, if he does win the Stanley Cup, that he might just retire. So,
it is his white whale that he's been chasing his entire life.
Any player, and this is a blanket statement, any athlete who makes it to a high level, whether college or professional, if you are out there not trying to win a championship, get out of the sport.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Get out of the sport. Unless you're just chasing a dream, you've been in the G League for 15 years, and you know what? All of a sudden they call me up for 10 days. All right, I'm good. I'm living my dream.
But I'm not saying it in a sense he hasn't been trying to get it. I'm just saying it's always been the thing that's been so close to him, but he always runs into what seems to be in Penguins.
Well, yeah. The East goes through Pittsburgh, but
Pittsburgh and Sidney Crosby.
I was basically agreeing with you, saying that the type of passion that he seemed to have played with, he looked like he was out there trying to win a championship.
He looked like he was possessed. He looked like he was close enough that he could taste being in the Stanley Cup, which, given his career, he deserves to be there. And he was like, I am going to win this game if I single-handedly have to do it myself or put all of you into the hospital.
He's going to be the Dan Marino of the NHL.
He was crushing people last night. Did you see it?
I did, yeah.
He didn't care. He was flattening people against the glass. I thought he was going to hit somebody and break the glass at one point, which would have been awesome. Let's be real.
Yeah, not if you're sitting right there.
Whatever, you paid for good seats. Now you get to take on him a pocket full of glass.
And a face full of cups.
When's the last time the glass was actually broken?
I don't know. I don't. Do they even use an actual
probably
glass
anymore? Fiberglass, isn't it?
It's super glass now. It's not. It's way stronger than the stuff that they used to use. I know that.
Whatever bulletproof glass is made out of, it's probably that.
Considering the fact that the way that how hard the puck gets hit sometimes, and these guys aren't entirely accurate. I see them miss high all the time.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And it just rockets off of that. That's taking a pretty hard shot directly on the glass, and it's not even. It's nope.
That's impressive. It's what the Pope Mobile's made out of.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
So,
Pope glass.
What do you guys think is going to happen? Because this is going to be the last episode before, obviously, we find out who's going to be playing the Stanley Cup Finals. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think the Tampa Bay Rangers or the... And obviously, we know that the Tampa Bay Lightning, but they basically robbed the Rangers blind. So, if you're going to message us and say, it's not the Tampa Bay Rangers, it's the Lightning, we know.
We know. We can read, thank you.
Yes. Do you think it's going to be the Lightning, or do you think it's going to be the Capitals?
That's a toughie. I think I'm going to stick with what I said from the beginning, and I'm gonna throw my hat in with the Lightning still.
Okay.
I'm going to say Capitals because of Ovechkin. I think he's going to be another game where he's possessed. But I actually think that this is probably going to be the best game of the NHL playoffs. This game.
Oh, I don't know.
I think this game is probably going to see them both trying to go out of their mind to advance one more. This is great. As the guy that chose Vegas on a whim in the beginning, this is great for me. Because I just get to sit there and watch them beat the crap out of each other for another game. My team's sitting at the roulette table.
Yeah.
Betting on numbers.
Yeah.
Blackjack hold'em.
Yeah. I'm just
They might be at the sports book betting on this game.
I'm going to have to disagree and say, well, I'm not going to disagree. I'm going to say there's going to have to be a great game to top the Blue Jackets Capitals game 1. because that was killer.
Yeah.
That was such a good
This
game.
has been a really good series.
It has.
It's been very enjoyable to watch.
It has.
This is why I love playoff hockey so much more than playoff basketball.
Well, yeah, playoff hockey this year has really just been extremely entertaining, and playoff basketball this year has been really mediocre.
Outside of the Cavs Pacer series.
Yeah,
That was a good series, yeah.
It's like half and half with basketball, where it's like some series are good and then other series are just really boring so far. But the hockey series have all been entertaining for the most part. There have been, I think, maybe one series was kind of boring in the first round.
The sweep?
I think, was there a sweep?
Yes.
Yeah, Vegas
Vegas swept. Yeah. First round.
But even that wasn't a boring sweep. Those were close games.
Yeah, there was only one game that I think Vegas won like 5-0, but all the other ones were close.
Yeah, it was like 1-goal games the rest of the time. So even that wasn't boring.
The Penguins Flyers series was kind of boring because it's like the blowouts that we were talking about. Yeah,
that I would say was like the least entertaining, unless I'm forgetting one, which I probably am. But other than that, it's been all constant action, great games, great stories. So I mean, this year hockey viewership is way up, and that's definitely in part due to the West being two brand new franchises in the Golden Knights and the Jets, and I think Vegas especially.
Yeah, that's a good point. People do like to see things that haven't been done before, and Vegas clearly has never had a hockey team
to begin with.
Yeah, so they came out of the gates playing well. They beat the Stars in the first game of the season, which still irritates me. Like my teams always lose. You, give the first win to these expansion teams. Like the Cowboys put the Texans over. The Stars put the Knights over. It's frustrating. Just stop doing that. Come on. But I think, like I said, I think there's an interest in Vegas because there's never been a sports team there, not the same level as the Knights, as the Raiders will be, as probably going to be in the NBA one day. I mean, yeah, depending on the sport, you've got UNLV is really good at college basketball. They have a good history. They're competitive a lot. But it's not the same as having a professional team.
It certainly isn't.
Unless you live in, Alabama. Then you've got a professional college football team.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I think we're in for one hell of a Stanley Cup Finals. Regardless of who wins in the East. I think the Lightning would do a great job, would represent the East well. I think the Capitals would as well. Like I said, I'd rather it not be the Capitals, but no matter who wins, I'm going to be entertained.
Well, I mean, the NHL already has their story. With Vegas being there, it doesn't matter who comes to play. Either one of them will add to a more compelling story. I think Ovechkin might add a little bit more just because it's, him chasing the thing that he's been never been within arm's reach before. So, but that being said, I don't think it matters. I mean, again, the Lightning, this is another team that was almost entirely together trying to do this when they were the Rangers. So now they just changed colors and they don't have their income tax.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I think I'm going to stick with Metallica and ride the Lightning. I think the Lightning are going to win the Stanley Cup Finals.
Boo!
It's bold.
You think it's bold?
Yeah. Vegas wins.
I think the Caps get it against Vegas.
Let's go Knights.
You think the Caps are going to beat Vegas?
No, I think they'll get in the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
I'm rooting for the Lightning still, but I still think that Vegas is now the team to beat, and they have the advantage.
Well, it's all Cody Eakin.
Yeah. Cody Eakin's actually been playing really well in this.
Of course he is. He's like when the Stars didn't like tag him as someone that couldn't be taken. I was like, they're gonna take him, damn it, they're gonna take him, and he was one of my favorite Stars. Anyways, so you guys feel good about the discussions we had in the NBA, NHL? Anything we've missed about the playoff series at all?
Seems got it pretty good for now.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I've missed. Other than, man, that dude from Winnipeg, that Bufflin dude, what an animal that guy is. But he made some crucial mistakes.
He did. I was so, like, I was becoming such a big fan of him, and then he just made some idiotic mistakes that really cost games.
Did you see the one face-off where the ref was about to drop the puck and he smacked the dude's stick and the stick went flying over the ref and over everybody else, and the ref just turned around and was like, really, dude? Really? Now I gotta do this again.
I love the I don't remember which series it was in. I think it was Predators Jets, where the ref went to drop the puck, and as they were going for it, he pulled it back and skated away.
I like where he, like, when they get into scrums and everything, this dude just, like, grabs two people and drags them across the ice. He's like, no.
He's like, no, children, not right now.
Yeah, what are you going to do about it? I think it was Neil who skated hard, got clipped by one of the Winnipeg Jets, and, like, went right into the goalie. Completely laid him out. And he's, like, inside of the goal, like, I'm sorry. And then Buff skates in, like, grabs him by the chest plate and goes to drag him out. What are you doing in there?
You got gum?
Got gum?
Spit out the gum.
Spit out the gum? Okay. It's gone.
Other than that, the LeBron Raptors, that was pretty funny, but in closing.
Yeah.
NBA playoffs.
Yeah, that had to be depressing for the Raptors.
Well, right from game one, you could see when LeBron hit the game-winning shot that was it. Game over.
Yeah, it was kind of demoralizing for them. Whatever, I like watching Drake cry.
God.
I think that's how he creates most of his sappy love songs.
Have you listened to his lyrics?
No, I don't.
They are the worst.
I don't listen to anything that comes out that's new. That's a waste of my time.
Drake's lyrics are like the worst. Like I'm gonna look a couple up.
Oh no, don't.
Yes.
No, you got another segment I don't agree with. Just do that. Don't you have something about Baker Mayfield?
Hold on, I don't know. Do I?
Probably.
Hold on. There's one song in which one of his lyrics are like, "Why you gotta start with me at cheesecake? You know I love that place."
Oh my God.
I feel good sometimes. I don't.
Anybody listening, anybody either now or in the future, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
You.
Oh.
And your choices in life.
I don't listen to him. He sucks.
You're looking up his lyrics. You are providing him with clicks right now.
I stopped.
Good. Good. I have at least saved him from being that much more researched. I don't need him trending.
All right. So
Certainly not because of this place.
So I just want to point out that I do in fact have something about Baker Mayfield.
Oh, how did I know?
Oh, God.
In order to be an MVP, you have to have confidence from your teammates. Baker Mayfield has just that. In a recent interview, Tyrod Taylor said, and I quote, "I think Baker Mayfield is the future of this organization. When the current starter knows that you're going to take their job, you know that you are friggin' jit." And that is why Baker Mayfield is your 2018-2019 NFL MVP.
Well, that's great, Tyrod, but where's that leave you?
Okay, first of all, say the quote again? Yep, bring it back.
I think Baker Mayfield is the future of this organization.
What gave that away when he was selected first overall in the fucking draft, you moron?